It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills, and it comes your way next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. But tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, the wait is over. The regular season is upon us. It is kickoff weekend around the NFL. Our two teams here getting in a final tune-up, but let's look ahead to the 2023 season. What are you going to be watching for?
How about some of the recognizable new faces in new places? Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, Odell Beckham Jr. The identity of teams under new coaches in places like Houston, Carolina, and Denver. And then, of course, the rookies. After the draft, we want to see how they perform.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So the new look Jets ready to go on offense. And it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
After years of flirting with the idea, the four-time MVP finally found his way out of Green Bay this offseason, guiding himself to the Jets. We know he's already a Hall of Fame lock, but this is a chance to add one more crowning achievement to his resume.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Deontay Hardy back deep. Fielded at about the 28. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
And it just feels like Allen has the Bills on the cusp of something great. Another 13-win season last year, and they're officially perennial favorites in the AFC. Behind that effort, continued excellence from one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Throw outside is complete on the diving effort. The Bills passing game, give him down the field. They've got another first down. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now. Hey, Charles, can you give me water? Oh, geez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference. In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 44 yards. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw it come out.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing line?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will have a Bills 1st down, and that should be that. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Harris is in. Touchdown Bills. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Bass on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. So now Rodgers with a new team, but in a spot he's been before. Down by 2 touchdowns, a little over 30 seconds remaining. Here's Rodgers. They've yet to dip the scoreboard tonight. Now they've got to do it twice late if they want a chance here. Here's 2nd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you